Hi, my name is Alan from Alan Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about CBD Strata Title Office. Can buy or buy. I'll be focusing on Strata Title Office space in the CBD area. Firstly, I will give you an overview of the office market movement in recent years. This will be followed by discussion only on a handful of Strata Title Office space that have sufficient transactions. I'll be focusing on PS 100, SBF Center, and lastly, International Plaza. I will only be focusing on those that are more digestible for typical investors. Those that have a higher quantum such as Prudential Tower or Samsung Hub and are mainly targeted by institutional investors. We will exclude them because most of us wouldn't be able to afford them anyway. Here, let's go. In a nutshell, let's look at numbers. I will only be comparing the asset value based on a per square feet basis for strata title office space. I will assess them for 10 years using resale transactions only. The orange line represents all office space in Singapore. Based on the chart, the return is a negative 2%. Talking about alternate asset classes. As for the light blue line, it represents office space in D1 and D2, which cover mainly the CBD area. The return is a pathetic negative 5%. As for the rest of the office space found in many strata title development from High Street to Middle Road to Beach Road, they fare slightly better at 7%. Hold 10 years and make 7%? Is that good enough for you? First stop, PS 100. This is a government land sale that was awarded in 2011. This site is on 99 years leasehold. It's located right next to Tanjong Pagar MRT station in the heart of the city. The developer has built a hotel on the upper floor and also incorporated strata title Soho office unit on the lower level. Soho is a marketing term. It means small office, home office, but also can act like a home in a sense because there is the provision of a water point, oven and induction cooker for you to do light cooking. This concept with a high ceiling that can be used to create a loft unit was pretty popular then. This is PS 100 profitable and unprofitable transaction. So far, there are only 1 profitable transaction and 5 unprofitable ones. If we look closer at the data, all of them lose between 150,000 to 290,000, with a negative annualized return of minus 1.1% to minus 3.3%. Simi Tai Chi, CBD leh, how come can still lose money? I thought CBD sure win one. Don't tell me they are like Resi. This is a historical chart. When their initial launch, they are fetching a high of 3,000 to even 3,007 per square feet. Subsequently, sales were slow and a lower price was achieved. Those who bought around 2,002 to 2,007 per square feet will sleep better at night. As I always say, the resale market is the real market. Based on the 6 resale transactions to date, the fair market valuation today is around 2,007 to 2,800 per square feet. This is another GLS site that was sold in 2011. It is also on 99 years leasehold. This premium commercial development is located at the heart of Singapore's Central Business District, just right behind Capital Tower and opposite Amoy Food Center. SBF Center is a 31-story development comprised of office, medical suites, and F&B outlets. Let's see the number. Take note, I don't have the exact data for SBS Center because they are mixed up with other historical transactions along Robinson Road. However, I will do my best from the table. We can see the profitable transaction from a low of 20,000 to as high as 380,000. Is that a lot? Well, what better way to look at the annualized return? It ranged from 0% to 2.4% over the past years. At the same time, there seems to be a fair amount of unprofitable transactions. Most of them were bought in 2013 at launch. Losses range from 44,000 to 290,000. In terms of annualized return, they range from negative 0.2 to negative 5.9%. Sibei sian. For those who have been watching my channel long enough, I think Resi can get better return. Let us move on to the last office building. International Plaza is an iconic building in the Tanjong Pagar area. This 50-story development was completed in 1976. It had a 7-story podium with 192 units strata title shops in the first 3 levels and a car park from the 4th to 7th level. Sitting on top is a 43-story block with 559 strata title office unit in the first 27th floor and 209 apartments spanning the top 14 floors. The topmost level is occupied by 2 penthouses with roof garden. The swimming pool and car park have their own respective strata titles, bringing the total number of strata units in the building to 962. This building hosts many SMEs. This is a very vibrant community during office hour. I've attended many trainings and courses in this building before. It may look old from the outside, but it is still relatively well maintained on the inside, as it has been refurbished over the years to keep itself relevant. International Plaza is a unique offering for many business owners and investors to buy and sell and flip this property for the profit. This is a segment that is not highly regulated, unlike the residential segment. Why? Because the authority approach is always to adopt an open economy, especially in the business segment. This is also a segment that is for sophisticated retail investors and those with extra money to burn. From the chart, there are 361 profitable transactions. Their profit range from millions of dollars. Let's put things into context. Most of them have held them for decades. Hence, it's not unusual that their return is high. Looking at the annualized return is a far better gauge. Return range from 0.8% to 6.4%. Pretty decent in my opinion. On the other hand, the unprofitable transaction number at 96 units. Their losses range from 61,000 to 250,000. Most can't even recover since a decade ago. Return range from 0.8 to negative 2.9%. After factoring in stamp duty, higher maintenance and property tax. The only consolation is that if they are operating this business space for their own use, there is a substantial amount of saving in terms of rental to be paid. Net, in a way, they are still better off. Anyway, this is a historical chart for the past 10 years. Prices has more or less stagnant due to one reason. A depreciating lease is on a 99-year lease from 1970. This means it's left with only 45 years remaining. By the way, when I heard that International Plaza was relaunched for collective sale at 2.7 billion, I almost fell off my chair. Do you know why? Jurong Lake District GLS program is already so hard to sell, to find bidders for 3 sites. This is only one site at 2.7 billion with a shorter lease. Do you think property developers will throw all their eggs in one basket? Prices have to be more realistic for another collective sale to go through. If I'm an investor there, I will faster make a quick exit due to the uncertainty ahead. CBD Strata title office can buy or buy? Of course can buy, provided you fall under these 3 categories. Firstly, you don't want to pay ABSD for residential property and you have extra cash lying around. Then it makes sense for you to park your funds somewhere. Secondly, you are a SME owner and don't want to pay rent. You prefer to own your own property for business certainty as well as corporate tax consideration. Then please go ahead to buy. Thirdly, newly set up business entity that want to invest in Singapore property. Buying residential property is not for them, as ABSD is to be paid upfront and non-refundable. This means office space is suitable for them. Whether they make money or lose money is not even in their consideration. What their only concern is that whether the real property can be converted into real cash when the time comes. That is why you see some business outside. No business also can survive for very long. You no worry for them. For novice investors that have plans to invest in this segment because there is no ABSD, think twice. Do your homework well. There are still opportunity around, but you need to dig deeper into it. A parting thought here. The work from home culture and remote working have changed the dynamic of the office space segment. This segment is constantly undergoing evolution. With that, I end my video. If you find this video refreshing and enjoy it, please kindly give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and take care.